Love. Do you want to fall in love? Growing up in the West means that I've always been in the minority in terms of black population. And that definitely comes with its pros and cons. And one of the biggest cons, until high school, was finding love. I wish I could go back and tell little me that it was going to be okay, that it was going to be alright, that in due time the great shift would happen, and that I'd become a hot commodity. But in the meantime, I fill you guys in on my experience chasing love while growing up. In preschool, I had a high drive for love. Disney had already started its programming on me. In kindergarten, I only cared about my crush. I learned how to count to 100 faster than anyone because I thought it would impress her. I practiced my Mad Minutes harder than everybody, so the teacher would shout me out during class. I even stayed up during nap time to prove that I could be a protector over her and all my peers. Obviously, I was very foolish. I quickly realized that my parents had lied to me. People wouldn't like me just because I knew my ABCs or because I could memorize more numbers in my head than my guy Gene. I needed an edge, a certain je ne sais quoi, that couldn't come from studying, something that would only come from life experiences. So I embarked on my journey of countless rejections to build up the skills needed to find a partner. I'll only be telling y'all a small part of my journey, but trust me, it has been full of setbacks and disappointments. I wouldn't change a thing. My first visceral memory of playing tag was in grade 2. Now tag is very simple. It's a classic game of cat and mouse, and I only had my sights on one mouse. I would intentionally run slow so I could become it. Oh no, look at me. I'm so taggable. As soon as I became it, I'd look for my crush and I'd chase her with all my might. I repeated this cycle a few times until she turned around and said, "Oh my gosh, stop chasing me. I don't want you, I want Tony." Crushed. Absolute devastation. Those were some of the things that I was feeling in that moment. Everything was starting to get blurry, and I was just looking up. I remember falling to my knees. I was standing beside a funnel ball hoop when it happened. Kids were still throwing balls into it while I was having a complete crisis. I tried to get up, but I passed out. Next thing I know, I'm lying down in a bed. I tried opening my eyes, but the light was so bright. I sat up and a nurse came into my room. "Are you okay, little buddy? You shouldn't have pushed yourself so hard on the playground today." I have a blank look on my face, and I don't know what to say. I remember calling my parents, and it went something like this. "Mom." "Chi, my son, are you okay?" "Mom, I passed out." "Okay, but are you dead?" I was swiftly kicked out of the nursing room and taken back to my class. The rest of the day felt hazy, still reeling from the fact that I had experienced my first rejection. Life wasn't easier after that, but I now understood the bitterness of rejection. The feeling of seeing your crush happy with someone else, while you stand by idly, wondering if anyone will claim you off the shelf. But like many things in life, you get over it. And I learned how to be happy for my crush and her newfound joy. Seeing that she was happy made me happy, because I like when people are happy. However, it also opened up another thought in my brain. Did my crush not like me because of my personality? Or was it because we didn't have the same skin tone? To my younger self, it was a valid concern. But by the end of the year, I realized that none of that matters. There's someone for everyone, and grade 2 was not the time to be looking for that person. Once you grow up and hit university age, there are more people with a lot more worldviews. You shouldn't even be worrying about crushes until you get older, because in my opinion, it's a waste of time between like elementary and high school. Now, I'm not saying to go out and stop talking to the opposite gender, but I am saying not to put people on a pedestal in your mind. So I say that to say this. There are so many other things for us to focus on in this life. So stay focused, be focused, and don't fall in love.